everybody, welcome back to another CYT-Crypto. My name is Stephen Aitchison, and today we're going to be looking at the markets overall. What's been happening with Bitcoin? It's down again. Is it going to rise back up? Is it going to bounce from the 6,400 level and jump back up to that 7,000 level? We've got Mike Novogratz as well talking about kind of Bitcoin going to $10,000 before the end of the year. Is that going to happen? We'll kind of look and see. We'll look at some of the charts as well, and look at XRP as well, which I got back into yesterday, and it's kind of gone down, but expected to go back up longer term. So we'll just look at that as well. So welcome everybody to the show. Hopefully it's going to be working okay. Are we working? Yes, we're working okay. So I'm just going to jump over to the chat just now and welcome a few people in. First, I'm going to turn the lights on. I forgot to turn the kind of lights on. 1 sec. It's better get a wee bit more light on the subject. Okay, we are in, and we've got RC is in the house. Christopher Dalsin is in. Marcus Jafari, Stephen King is in the house. Welcome to you, Liam Hunt. JC Stander, Mitch Dieter, Tony Fernandez, Tim Gash, Mervyn Skidmore is in the house. Got my coffee, just opened a new pack of Dunhill. The sun is shining and life is good. Excellent. Tim Gash, morning, Steve, back from holiday and ready to jump back in. Brilliant. Hope you enjoyed your holiday, Tim. Christopher Alson is make or break for BTC. It'll be making a new higher high or lower low in the coming days. I think it's going to go higher, but I do think it's going to fall back down. I do think we're going to reach the $7,000 level before the end of this month, or 6,800. I've said before the end of this month. We've not got long before the end of the month. We've only got 5 days. And into October, we'll hit that 6,800, 7,000 level. But we'll need to wait and see. Obviously, I can't predict it. Nobody can predict it. So we'll need to wait and see what happens. So we'll jump into the markets just now and just see what's happening. Coin, recap. So we've got market capitalization is down 6% to $209 billion. Bitcoin dominance is back up to 53.48%. And we'll just make this bigger for you. And you can see Bitcoin is down to 6,484. It did touch the 6,400 level. There seems to be some tentative support at 6,400 for Bitcoin. But we'll need to wait and see over the coming days what's going to happen there. Okay, so who's the biggest winners and losers over the last 24 hours? We have Aurora Coin is back up 9.44%. Steam is up 6.16%. Kryptonic, Zcash, Electronium is up as well. DAI is up. TrueUSD you can't count. Tether you can't count. IOST 0.25%. So like 6% of the top 100 are in the green. The other 94% are in the kind of red. Futura Coin is down 23%. XRP down 18%. It was down lower than that, but it's coming back up slightly. Mixin, Monocoin, Archain, Holo, Cardano, Stellar, EOS, all down in double digits. Status down in double digits as well. So it's a kind of sea of red today, but we'll need to wait and see if that kind of goes back up. We'll just check out the next 100, see what's happening with that. Eternal Token up 166%. I haven't looked into that at all. Eternal Token, don't know what it is. Market capitalization of 42 million with a volume of 3 million. So that's some good volume there. OST has jumped on Binance as well. It's up 52% at the moment, but it was higher than that. Clubcoin, Nectar, Odyssey, Crypterium, Nextday, Bosscoin, BHP Cash, TokenPay is up. I've heard a lot about TokenPay over the last couple of days. Particle, Linky is up as well. And the rest are down. Biggest loser being Goldbits Coin, Centrality, Cybervein, Bitcoin Dark, and Store J. Ender Protocol as well, down in double digits. Navcoin down double digits, but that kind of took a big jump up yesterday. So we'll just go into the markets just now. This I was looking at HOT before. That seems to be stabilizing well, considering the price drop. It seems to have kind of got support there at 15, strong support at 15 Satoshi with the HOT. That's for Holochain, but we'll look at Bitcoin, see what's going on at the moment. It's just jumped down again, literally. Just jumped down again. So if we go below this 6,400, looks as if we're going to go lower for Bitcoin. If it goes below that 6,400 level, then you've got another support line round about 6,200. Just kind of put the line in there. So if it goes below 6,400, it could make a break down to that 6,200, and if it goes below 6,200, then we're kind of in trouble for the Bitcoin price, because the support after that is around 6,000, and if it goes below that, we're screwed. Quite frankly. Do I think it's going to go below that, below the $6,000 level? I don't think so. But you just never know what's happening in these markets just now. I still think we're going to see a rise up to $7,000, but we need to wait and see if these support levels hold. So remember, everybody, crush the likes if you like these videos. My coffee's gone cold, man. It's horrible. So we're just looking at Bitcoin price just now. It needs to bounce off the 6,400 if we're going to make a move. If it doesn't, it needs to bounce off the 6,200 level, and then it might be thinking about kind of tethering up or going into dollars. So I need to wait and see what happens, but it's not looking good at the moment. 6,394 just now. So it's kind of falling as we speak, which is obviously going to affect all the others as well. Just going to look at XRP, what's happened with that. That's obviously going to take a big fall as well. Yeah. That's down to 6,980 just now. So it's taking a dive with the rest of them as well. What is up? OST. OST is up, and that kind of crossed over in the 4-hour chart. The 7 EMA crossed over the 25 EMA. That was on the 16th of September, so 9 days ago. 452, you could have doubled your money, got 100% on that if you were in that. BABB is just going sideways just now. We're just looking at the coins that are up just now. We had a big jump up for MOD as well to 30%, came back right back down. NPXS not kind of still going sideways just now. So I don't expect a lot. I think with the Bitcoin price going down, we're going to start to see these kind of alts coming down as well. I'm just going through some of them just now. Eternity, so they're not up that much at all. Biggest loser probably being XRP just now. Come back up slightly. So I guess what we're going to have to look at is the Bitcoin price, and just keep an eye on that Bitcoin price. It's bouncing off the 6,400 level just now. We need to wait and see if that support can hold at 6,400. If not, we have to look at the 6,200 level for support there. That'll be the next support, and we need a big bounce up from here if it is going to make a move. We need a kind of big bounce up, an intraday bounce up. So we need to wait and see what happens with that. Just go back to the chat. Who else is in? Gene is in. Marcus in red again. Yeah, Alex Jug, good morning all. Mark Innes, good morning Steve and the team. Good morning to you. High Plains Drifter. Hey Steve, just wondering where to store BACS and Ripple. You can store it on your cold wallet. You can store it on that. Or you can store it at the exchange obviously as well. I wouldn't do that. But you can store it on your cold wallet. Martin McGurty, morning all. Gene, like button crush, thank you very much Gene, really appreciate that. Res UK, morning all. Honest Crypto Journey is back with us, good morning to you. Crypto Don Wan is back, good morning to you as well. Kig, $5, smart those likes for the content. Thank you very much Kig, I really appreciate that. Haven't seen you here before, so good to have you join us. David Schwartz, did I get in too late? Nope, we're just going over the charts with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is going down at the moment, David. But it's holding that 6,400 level. We're kind of down here at 6,399. You can see the price here. So we'll need to hold this 6,400 level, or we could go down to 6,200, which is obviously going to bring all the alts down. And we need a hard bounce from 6,400 if it's going to make a move up from here. Crush the likes. Thank you very much, David. Pete Harding, morning, looking to buy 1 BTC. Now we're just looking at these charts just now. This is kind of live kind of pricing just now on TradingView on the 4-hour chart. We'll just look on the 1-hourly chart. It's just fallen quite a lot just now, but still just holding round about that line, 6,400, or just below it, 6,380 is kind of real support for it. So we just need to wait and see what happens. If it doesn't bounce from here, it looks as if we're going down to 6,200, and it has to bounce from there. Otherwise, we're going to get a fall down to 6,000, which is not helping the alts at all. But there's still opportunities out there. OST, you can see the opportunity in the OST, or you did if you were in OST before. It's actually holding relatively well compared to the market, compared to what's happening in the market at 797, but it did jump up from 532 at 797 is a 50%, but it did go up 90% in a couple of hours. So I don't know if these are, it doesn't look like a pump and dump. Pump and dumps, usually what happens is it goes right up and comes right back down, so 100% retracement usually with the pump and dump. So it doesn't look like a pump and dump, and I've not seen any news on OST, but there might be some news out. Let's jump back. So again, thanks for the donation, Kig. Really appreciate that. It was nice to get a wee kind of donation in there as well. Okay, so look at some of the news. I use kind of CryptoPanic.com for aggregated news, and we've got James as well. Been sending me some articles. James, one of our brilliant admins, James Oklahoma. He's been sending me some articles as well, which we'll have a look at as well. So this is from the Daily Hodl. The Bitcoin price analysis, BTC looking for $7,000 or higher. Now, I don't know what time this was posted. It was actually posted yesterday, so just saying 6,232. They're looking for a bounce off there. So they think, according to their kind of technical analysis, that it's going to go up to $7,000. And I have to agree, but I do think it's going to come back down. But I do have to agree that it's going to bounce from here. So what they've said, as we have approached this larger downtrend line to the upside, we have run into resistance, which is no surprise. Bucking a downtrend typically happens slowly, and after the markets chop around, of course, a piece of news could send it up quite significantly, which would, of course, null the slow move up. You can see that after we broke 6,550, 6,600 zone to the upside, the markets come back down to that area and used it as support. I imagine that we will chop around from this point and wouldn't be surprised to see it dip below 6,500, which it has, a bit before getting a rebound to form more of a bottom. So it was very coincidental that the last report spoke about a move coming from the Van Eck decision, and then the decision came shortly thereafter. So they're expecting the SEC to announce something this week. They decided to last week. This went accordingly, as we saw a move up in BTC shortly after the delay was announced and my post. So they're seeing the bottom line. I imagine it will chop its way through the trend line by the beginning of October, and we'll get a push to 7.5k and then chop upwards through October. Of course, we need to be mindful of the 6.2k area, which is the 6,200 I'm talking about. If this breaks and the trend line support area collapses, we will see more downside. And it's kind of what we're all seeing on the charts just now as well. So we need to kind of keep that level of support, but it's down to 6,368. So it looks as if we're going to 6,200, because it broke the kind of 6,400 support just now. Next support 6,200. So we need to wait and see what happens with that, but it's going to drag the markets down overall, which is not good unless it bounces from here. Okay, this was one of the news articles that was sent. Coinbase just partnered with a token startup in a bid to attract pro traders. So US-based crypto exchange Coinbase has teamed up with a token-based trading protocol startup Caspian in an effort to boost its offerings aimed at pro traders and financial firms. Under the deal, Coinbase Pro will integrate Caspian's full stack of tools to bring additional trading and portfolio management capabilities, according to a Caspian Medium post published on Monday. Kevon Peristani, Director of Institutional Sales at Coinbase, said in the post, customers will be able to take advantage of the best elements of both platforms, accessing Coinbase's extensive historical market data and deep pool of liquidity, and combined with Caspian's suite of seamless trading tools. So this is more than just a commercial opportunity. The partnership is an opportunity to move forward the institutional adoption of crypto as a mature tradable asset class, Peristani added. So that's Caspian. There's another news kind of article there that will link to all these articles for you as well. But Caspian have said the platform is live and 15 customers are on board already, with 170 more waiting in the wings to go on the system. Caspian has a near 99,000 strong community on Telegram and 16 million in pre-sales from Kinetic, Galaxy Investment Partners, Octagon Strategy, and Tekami Capital Global Advisors in Bletchley Park. And now it's gone public with Coinbase. It expects the service to go from strength to strength. So Coinbase, as I said, I've been saying for a couple of months, Coinbase are really kind of driving things forward in the crypto market, really doing good things as well. And I wasn't big on them at the beginning of the year. I thought they were just going to kind of move to the side as the other exchanges came on board. But they've credit to them, big, huge kudos to them and what they're doing with these partnerships and the Coinbase Pro and everything else, and trying to get institutional investors in as well. They've done brilliant and they're doing really good for the crypto space as a whole. So really like what Coinbase are doing just now. Brave browser to verify publishers using Civic's blockchain-powered platform. So crypto-fueled web browser Brave and the DLT-powered digital identity platform Civic have decided to work in unison to bring the latter's KYC services to publishers on the BAT-funded web browser. As per a September 21st, 2018 dated announcement during Consumer Identity World in Seattle, verified publishers on the Brave platform will now have the option to use Civic's KYC and identity verification to earn the basic attention token via the web browser. Now Brave, I've actually got my website, one of my websites, stephenhson.co.uk, which is a personal development website. I've got been verified on that, so I can start earning money when people go to that site and they don't see the ads. And I don't know if I have that up just now. If you just bear with me a second, I'm just going to check something and show you. Let's see if we've got it here. Nope, I've actually got the Brave browser on my MacBook. So this is my kind of iMac in the office. I've not got it on that, but I've got it on the MacBook. And what happens, I've got ads on the kind of personal development site from kind of Google AdSense, and I earn money from that every month. Every time somebody goes to clicks on an ad, I earn money from it. But with the Brave browser, you just don't see the ads at all, and you get money from kind of Brave browser as well. You get money put into a wallet. I think I've got about $5 or something. It's not that much at all. But as more and more people start to use Brave, and it is really quick, more and more people start to use Brave, it's obviously going to be more money and more BAT tokens in there as well, which could be good for publishers as well. So it's just about adoption with the Brave browser. Just go back, Cryptodon 1, I hope it keeps going down until October the 1st. October is going to have some good news. We'll see another run by the dips. Yeah, we'll need to wait and see what happens with that. Still kind of holding this 6,380 level. Are you going to try using Coil? Coil is for kind of XRP as well. That's kind of tied to kind of XRP. But I've not looked into it kind of deep enough to kind of talk about it. I'm not going to talk crap because I don't really know about it. I just know of it, Coil. So we need to wait and see. But that's what's kind of driving kind of XRP from micropayments as well. So. But I'll look into that more as well, since I'm obviously in XRP. 6,380 now. Okay, this is another news article. Gemini look to open exchange to UK customers. So famed US cryptocurrency exchange Gemini, the birth of Tyler and Cameron Winklevoss, is alleged to be exploring an expansion into the United Kingdom, opening their doors to a new and emerging British cryptocurrency market. And I've noticed that as well. A lot of people are talking in the UK about cryptocurrency more and more as well. I'm getting people joining the premium channel that are from the UK. A lot of them are from the UK as well. So it's good. It's good to see that the UK is getting on board. It's not just kind of the Asian markets and US markets as well. So Gemini are considered a major exchange, and though by limiting their operations to certain areas, the trading volume of the exchange is far lower than it should be. Therefore, Gemini need to expand and discover new markets, which is why they're looking at the UK markets as a whole. I would imagine Europe as well, they'll be going into. And it just gives more, and I'll put all these links to the articles as well. Thought this was quite good as well on Reddit. When things go bad in Argentina, we know what's happening with the Argentinian kind of markets just now and what's going on over in Argentina. Use crypto. So this is a kind of butcher who's actually accepting crypto there, so you can see Bitcoin Dash as well there, and Litecoin. So just a couple of mentions on here. Excellent, love seeing these types of posts from Argentina and Venezuela. Maybe we will eventually see some Turks and some Iranians using cryptocurrency for daily business. This is what needs to happen. This is what needs to happen for crypto to be adopted as payments, using it for what it was used or what it was brought out for actual payments as well. So I thought that was quite a good kind of way look at what's going on. It just shows you kind of what's going on in the world just now with regards to crypto as well. Crypto is not going away. Crypto is not going to go away. It's still coming up to that tipping point that I've been talking about, where it's going to become adopted by the masses. And this is kind of evidence, more and more evidence we're seeing of that mass adoption coming in as well. Billionaire Mike Novogratz predicts 10,000 levels for BTC by the year end. So Novogratz said that just like the retail FOMO last year, there will be an institutional FOMO, as he expects a huge money inflow by Q1 and Q2 of 2019. So it says hedge fund titan and Bitcoin billionaire Mike Novogratz recently said that he expects Bitcoin to climb another 30% before the year end. And Novogratz also said that he expects a further cash flow into the crypto market from institutional players soon as Bitcoin crosses 6,800, 8,800 and then 10,000. So he appeared on CNBC Fast Money last Friday, and they said the big players like Goldman Sachs and ICE, the BACT, which is coming out, are developing the necessary infrastructure and solutions for institutional participation. And that's what we need in the markets. We didn't kind of want these institutional kind of investors coming in because we thought it was going to be more manipulation, but the market has been manipulated just now without the institutional investors, or probably by the institutional investors who are in it just now. But hopefully with the institutional investors coming in and with the custodial services as well, that's going to be happening soon. There's a lot of custodial kind of services coming up hopefully. So that's going to help stabilize the kind of markets overall, or stabilize the Bitcoin price, which should stabilize the kind of alts market as well. But we're going to see a lot of alts disappearing by next year, I would imagine. Which ones, we don't know. IBM awarded patent for autonomous self-servicing devices within blockchain-based IoT systems. So the Internet of Things, which kind of brings together kind of everything on the internet, smartphones, webs, just all different things on the internet. IBM are kind of at the forefront just now using blockchain technology, not cryptocurrency, which is totally different, but they're using blockchain technology to help with kind of peer-to-peer services as well. So IBM are getting more and more into blockchain and adopting blockchain for their systems in the background as well. So that's a good thing as well. So it's not necessarily a brilliant thing for cryptocurrency as a whole, but it's good that the blockchain technology is getting used. So the more people hear about blockchain technology, obviously it's synonymous with cryptocurrency as well. So that can only be a good thing for cryptocurrency. So this was the Coinbase article. Walmart is betting on the blockchain to improve food safety. So Walmart, again, this is IBM, is related as well. Walmart has been working with IBM on a food safety blockchain solution, and today announced it's requiring that all suppliers of leafy green vegetables for Sam's and Walmart upload their data to the blockchain by September 2019. Again, this is more evidence that the blockchain is actually being used, the technology for blockchain is actually being used. So they go on to say, this is from TechCrunch, they go on to say most supply chains are bogged down in manual processes. This makes it difficult and time consuming to track down an issue should one like the E. coli romaine lettuce problem from last spring rear its head. By placing a supply chain on the blockchain, it makes the process more traceable, transparent, and fully digital. Each node on the blockchain could represent an entity that has handled the food on the way to the store, making it much easier and faster to see if one of the affected farms sold infected supply to a particular location with much greater precision. So this is absolutely going to save them an absolute fortune as well by going on the blockchain. And this is what blockchain is all about. And this is why I think it's so good for the likes of what they're doing here. And you've got companies kind of coming out like TE Foods that are kind of doing this very thing as well, and helping kind of onboarding customers with that as well. So I think it can only be good for kind of blockchain, and again it's synonymous with cryptocurrencies, so the more it gets adopted. But I think there's going to be a separation very soon of blockchain technology and cryptocurrencies, because right now there is it is synonymous, blockchain is synonymous with cryptocurrency, but I think there will be a separation from that as more and more companies like IBM and Walmart use the actual blockchain infrastructure as well. I think that's it for the news. I'll just go back over. Yep, that's it for the news just now. Okay, we'll just look at Chardan is in the house. Morning to you. Atif, Steve, what's your daily routine? How not to be crypto sick and just spend only less time to be a smart investor in crypto and make profit daily or monthly? Need your suggestion how to do it the right way. Well, as you've seen, I'm not I'm not the top. I invested in XRP yesterday at 8,380 and now it's down to 7,000. I've lost about 15% from yesterday. So it just depends. What I would do is dollar cost averaging from here on in. If I was going to suggest to anybody just starting in crypto, and remember, I'm not an advisor, I'm not a financial advisor, so you have to put your big girl pants on, big boy pants on, do your own research and all that. But what I would do is pick a project that you really like, a project that's got a lot of good news about it, that has got a good team behind it, that's got a good use case scenario, and start dollar cost averaging in. So projects, XRP, I think could be a great project. It's coming down in price just now. It might be a brilliant project to dollar cost average in on. I think it's going to be double from here before the end of the year. So it'll be at 16,000 Satoshi before the end of the year. I think with XRP, especially with all the news that's coming out just now, and the kind of products XRapid coming out next month as well. So I think it's only good news. So something like XRP, and I'm not saying XRP, I'm just saying projects like XRP. And the top 10 coins, I don't think you can go far wrong with the top 10. So if we just kind of go down the list and look at that. Bitcoin, obviously you need to kind of look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is still the big one. Ethereum is really down low in price just now. Everybody's slating it just now. Because everybody's slating it, this might be a good time to kind of get in and dollar cost average in. XRP, I definitely think is good for the long term as well. Bitcoin Cash, not so sure about. EOS, a good one as well. Stellar, a good one. Litecoin, still think could be good for the long term. Cardano as well. Dash, not so sure about. I've not looked at what they're doing recently. IOTA, Tron, I think is going to be good for the future as well. They've just got too many things going on for it not to succeed. Neo, I've always liked Neo. Ethereum Classic, I've started dollar cost averaging in Ethereum Classic as well. I think that could be a good one. Binance, all the kind of exchange tokens like Binance could be brilliant because they're actually making money. We think how much Binance are making per year. I don't know the exact amount, but it's millions of dollars per year. They're actually making money. And this is what we have to start to think about as well. What's actually being used? What projects are actually being used? The likes of PundiX, they've actually got the machine out, the point of sale machine. So it's actually being used. It's actually bringing in money for them as well. So we have to look at that as well. It's going to be more like the stock market. Are they making money? Or have they just kind of bought, they've got millions of dollars in and they're not using it? And it's not got a good use case scenario. So we have to look at that as well. Binance Coin is a really good one, I would say. But again, I'm not a financial advisor. You have to do your own research. VeChain, I think, is a good one as well, especially these prices at the moment. So you could go down the list and just do your research in the top look in the top 50. If we look at the top 50 and just pick 5 coins and just start dollar cost averaging in, that's why I do it. If you're a trader, it's different. You have to look at the charts and you have to do some technical analysis. Now, I've said I don't like, not that I don't like technical analysis, I just do short-term technical analysis. I don't think you can go back to like 500 days ago or 2 years ago, look at the prices and base your decisions off of that. But short-term analysis, I think we can look at that, because most traders are looking at kind of the short-term as well. But obviously some are looking at long-term, like Tone Bays and people like that as well. So I don't know if that helps you or not, but I would do that. So it depends on what your risk is as well. If you're risk averse, then dollar cost averaging in, I think, is a good thing. Honest Crypto Journey, I'm a driving instructor and have an accepting Bitcoin sticker on the back of my car, but no one's taken me up on it yet. That'd be brilliant if somebody done that. And I think just now, we have to think about, if Bitcoin price is $6,000 just now, and everybody's expecting it to go to $20,000, nobody's going to pay in Bitcoin. No, well, not a lot of people are going to pay in Bitcoin. I'm not saying nobody, but not a lot of people are going to pay in Bitcoin just now because they expect the value to go up. So if somebody's paying for the driving lessons and Bitcoin is $6,000 just now, and they're paying, say, £100 for the block of 5 kind of driving lessons, that £100 could then go up to £200 or £300 as they actually cost them. I think that's why nobody's really paying it in Bitcoin, which is why it was produced in the first place, to start accepting payments. If it was up to $20,000, it'd be a bit different, but then it's not good for the vendor then, because it could go down in value as well. So I think that's why a lot of people, so as a store of value, Bitcoin is brilliant. As a payment, I don't know. Mervyn Skidmore, figure that we'll go above 10k towards the end of the year. It should trigger a bull run as everyone's sitting on the fence will FOMO in, thinking that December the 17th is repeating. Yeah, we'll need to wait and see what happens with that going into 2019. Is it going to be up by 2019? Yes, definitely. Is Bitcoin going to go up? Yes, definitely. Could it go down to 6,000, 5,000, 4,000, 3,000? Yes. I wouldn't say definitely, but it could do. It could do. And I was watching a video from Alessio Rastani, as a Rastafani, yesterday as well, and he said, would it be such a bad thing if Bitcoin went down to $2,000? And I was thinking, yeah, of course it would, because we've got kind of Bitcoin, but we've got maybe one Bitcoin worth in altcoins just now. So if Bitcoin goes down, then obviously the altcoin values kind of go down as well, much lower. So he was saying, kind of his argument was yesterday that Bitcoin goes down to $2,000. It's going to be much better for us, but it's only going to be much better for us if we start getting in when it's $2,000. It's not going to be good if we've got $10,000 or $20,000 or $30,000 worth of altcoins in Bitcoin just now and it goes down. It's not going to be that good, but it's going to be good for people just getting into Bitcoin if it does go down to 2,000. So that was his kind of argument. Yes, it's not going to be such a bad thing if it does go down to 2,000. So I'd watch his videos. They're actually quite good. He's a brilliant technical analyst, and I like listening to him, but he does think that it is going to go down quite a bit, a fair bit as well. But I don't agree with that, but we'll need to wait and see. It could well go down. We'll need to wait and see what happens. Gavin Mayon, same here, except BTC, LTC and ETN, but nobody's used it yet. And you're a tattooist, aren't you? Gavin Mayon, I'm a self-employed tattooist, yeah. Mark Paulin, why can I see BTC same price as September 2017, like some more cryptos in the market? TRX, oh my god, are already there. So yeah, we'll need to wait and see. 63 watching, still only 13 likes. Come on guys, like, show your support. I'll just have a wee look. 55 watching just now, 33 likes. Thank you very much. I really appreciate kind of all your support here, and obviously crush the likes as well, everybody, if you're kind of watching us just now. Johnny John Matthew, morning Steve. I have a feeling all this year was a stress test on BTC by the big players and institutions to get a bottom price under severe conditions, which in turn they can advise their clients. I definitely think there's institutional players in the market just now. There is, without a doubt. There's institutional players manipulating the markets, obviously, as well, but there's also those players that have had Bitcoin from the very start. So they might have had 10,000 Bitcoin that they bought for $70,000 or something, or even more than that. And they've been mining, obviously, you've got the miners as well that's been mining from the kind of early years as well. That's what's kind of manipulating the prices just now, these people that are big holders just now, which is why the SEC are reluctant to kind of produce this or give the go-ahead for this ETF. Don't think it's going to matter that much when BACT comes out, and the ICE and kind of platform. We'll need to wait and see what happens with that. That could be something that drives it up. Mark Paulin, Donnie, I like that comment. Yeah, it could be. It could be, but really what we're doing is we're looking for not excuses, but we're looking for someone to blame for the markets going down. I think that's really what we're doing. If we're being honest with ourselves, we're looking for someone to blame. But I do believe that's what's happening. That has been kind of manipulated quite a lot. Gavin Mearns, ETN will be in the top 20 soon. So I've downloaded the kind of Electroneum wallet, you know, for the miners. So you can get it, you can mine Electroneum. We'll just have a wee look at that. Is it anywhere? It's not coming up in the market, so look on Coin Paprika. Excuse me, it's up 10% just now. On the month it's up 95%, on the week it's up 119%. So more and more people are talking about Electroneum. But as I said, I've downloaded the kind of wallet on the mobile app, or downloaded the mobile app for mining Electroneum. I think I've got about 2 already. I downloaded it yesterday and I've got about 2 ETN just now, which is not worth much, obviously. But it's money for nothing as well. A lot of people are going to go for that. And I think it's a good thing. So I wasn't keen on Electroneum purely because the guy from Titanium was involved with them at the start. And they were going to kind of produce a kind of consortium of kind of projects, and he was involved. Michael, I can't remember his second name actually, tried to put him to the back of my mind because I invested in Titanium, just managed to get out before it was kind of produced as a scam. It kind of came out and it was just all a scam. So that's why I didn't like Electroneum. But obviously the distance themselves from that as well, and it could be really good. It could be a good one. The wallet's certainly good. It was kind of James that put me onto it as well, one of the admins, and that and Aircoins as well. Kig, thank you very much again for the $2 donation. Have a good morning. Thanks for the stream. Really appreciate it, mate. Mervyn Skidmore, Gavin Mearns, hope so. I bought in January at 21 cents. Oh wow. Was that talking about? I'd say it was. I don't know what that was about. Was that Tron? Christopher A, for those who are using the Brave browser and want to support the CYT YouTube channel, you can click on Brave Preferences Payments. You also get 25 BAT free when setting up the wallet. Excellent. Thanks very much for that, Christopher. Really appreciate that. Gavin Mearns, Hodl, strong Mervyn, it's a diamond in the rough. Right, so we're going to have to, what are we talking about? What coin are we talking about here? So this was for Gavin Mearns, hope so, I bought so. We need to go back to Gavin Mearns, what it was saying. ETN. Right, we're talking about ETN, right, sorry. Right, I've got you. Good morning, Steve. Kukla, thank you very much for you joining us. I don't think I've seen you here before, Kukla, so welcome to the show. Really appreciate you being here. Atif, yes, it helped to see how you're doing. Yeah, so I make kind of bad decisions as well. I'm not saying I'm a fantastic trader. I make bad decisions as well, but it's all kind of tied to BTC, which is something I don't like. It's like the whole stock market being tied to Amazon price. I just don't like it. I don't like it, but I don't know. I don't see how we're going to move away from it. I don't see how it's going to be unlinked or decoupled from the BTC price. But it's the way it is just now. We're going to have to live with that just now as traders, as investors as well. Balls deep in LTC now. Need a move this year, I hope. Where is LTC just now? I think it's in about $250 or something. $52. $55 is sitting up at just now. Did get up to $63, but it's got an upward trend there. Looking at a trend line. Looking at maybe in a channel. So it's trading within that channel there just now, but upwards at the moment. So kind of at the lower end of it. So we need this trend line to stay for Litecoin at 54, around about $54. If it breaks out, obviously it will be going lower as well. So we need that trend line, and could go up to $65 if it stays within this channel and goes up the way. So we need to wait and see, but good luck with that. What's going on with IOST? Kind of performed like fuel on Binance. I bought it at 186 and it went to 213 sat, then back to 186, sat now again to 324 sats while I was away, and my order was 340 sats. Oh, nightmare. So you had a sell order in at 340 sats. So IOST, what IOST doing just now? I think they're good for the long term, IOST. Oh. IOST, Bitcoin. Yeah, it's just come down in line with the markets just now. It's sitting at 194 just now. Is it going to go back up? To be honest, that looks like a pump and dump there for IOST. And this is on the 4-hourly chart. We'll just look on the hourly chart for that. So yeah, it kind of pumped right up. Only about 22%, right enough. From 187 to 226. So again, IOST is on an upward kind of trend as well. You can see that trend line there. Trading within a channel. So the trend is up for IOST, but obviously it's been way down. If we look at the daily chart, you can see how far it's come down altogether. So it has been as high as 750 or around about the 800 level. So we're down about 80% on that, 75%. So could it go back up? Yeah, of course it could go back up. This is on the daily chart. So it could go back up as kind of trading within that kind of trend, and if it breaks that, obviously we're going to be a bit lower as well. Again, depends on the BTC price as well. And Mervyn Skidmore, Steve, ETN, please try to keep up. I know, it's because of all the conversations, all the different conversations. Donny Don Matthew, Steve, would you have any interesting picks from projects listed from 500 to 1,000 ranking on CoinMarketCap, which can blow up? Yes, BABB. Get some BABB. I don't know what BABB are doing at the moment. I would imagine they'll still be sitting at around about the 7-8 Satoshi level. Yeah, 8 Satoshi just now. 242 GUI just now. Main trading pair is Ethereum just now, and the main market is Bancor at the moment. Ooh, KuCoin has come up. So a lot of activity on KuCoin. And Bancor was the biggest trader. So it's coming up in volume. Obviously that's it kind of went up over the weekend. So just have a wee look on KuCoin just now on BAX. See what's happening. Obviously they're still waiting on the licenses coming out. They've had a meeting in Lithuania last week, and it went well. So the pre-application, they've been invited to apply for the banking license, and a lot of people were kind of a bit miffed off with that because they thought it was going to be the actual banking license or getting a decision on the banking license. It's not to do with that. They have to go through a pre-application stage first of all, and then want to get all the kind of ducks in a row and the pre-applications is done, they have the meetings with them and the kind of Lithuanian kind of banking authorities look at that and say, okay, you need to change this, you need to change that, and then that's the pre-application done, and then Lithuania will say, or the Lithuanian banking regulators will say, okay, we're going to invite you to apply for a license. Now when they do that and they get to that stage, it's more than likely that they're going to get that banking license. It'll be a case of when they get it, what date is going to come out, that's going to be announced. So that is really good news for BABB, the company. So, and a lot of people don't realize that, but that is really good news for BABB, the company as well. And we'll just look at BAX, because the volume's gone up on BAX just now. So we're just looking at the order book just now. So 2 million to sell at 8 Satoshi, 56 million, so it's got a kind of buy wall up there at 56 million, and BAX tokens at 7 Satoshi. So the buy wall is holding up just now, people are buying at 8, so you could get in and get a couple of million, so it looks as if it's going to go up to 8 or 9 Satoshi, and I see that steadily rising as well. We'll just look at the Ethereum pairing for BAX. So 23 degree and 24. I don't even know if that's the right kind of way to say it. 7 million at 23, 1 million at 24. So it's actually looking, it's not looking too bad, because it has been lower, a lot lower than that as well. So it's not looking too bad, but I expect BABB are going to be coming out with news soon with Lithuania. I don't know before the end of the year. I don't know, but they've got other stuff going on before the end of the year as well. The app coming out obviously as well. So BABB would be one I kind of recommend. But I'm not a financial advisor. Put your big girl pants on, big boy pants on, do your own research and all that. Earn Money is hi bro from India. Good to see you here. Kukla, been watching you for months now. Changed my name. Ah, right. Okay, Kukla. I get you now. What's your name before? Matthew Parkson, it will never be, which is why people are so bullish on BTC. It does drive the market. It does. It really does drive the market. On and on in. Hello to you. Gavin Mearns, I heard a rumour that Tesco could be signing a deal to accept ETN next year. Exciting. If so, mass adoption, here we come. Yeah, Electronium's getting more and more kind of news coming out all the time. Sorry, my order was 240 sats. Ah, right, I'm with you. I was going to say 340, a bit too high for IOST, but 240 sats. So you just missed out on 240 sats by 14 Satoshi. That's a shame. That's a shame. BABB and Kin long-term holds. Definitely. BABB is a long-term hold. Kin is a long-term hold as well. Kin are not doing as well. I don't know if they've taken a wee jump, but they're obviously not doing as well. Just sitting outside the top 100. It's 66 at the moment. This is in USD, 0.066. But obviously they've got a trillion kind of tokens out there as well. So it's down 7.65%. It has been as low as 54. Long term, no problems with Kin at all. I would start accumulating just now. Tim Gash, I might get into BABB once the BTC price settles. I'm starting to feel the FOMO. Yeah, I think BABB are going to do well. I really do. Once this banking license, we need to see what happens. What actually happens with the banking license. Once they get the banking license, how is it going to be marketed as well? Because essentially it will be the first bank on the blockchain once it gets this banking license. So it'll be the first blockchain project that has a banking license. So this could get a lot of kind of marketing eyes and kind of news as well. Could be in the news a lot as well. So I need to wait and see what the kind of marketing team do as well. Honest Crypto Journey, yep, holding big bags of BAX and Kin. Let them go on a run now. Yep, I just think it's just leave it. Leave it for the moment. Even if BTC goes on a run, even if BAX goes on a run, it doubles up to 16 Satoshi or something, I'll still be leaving it. It might come back down again, but I'll still be leaving it. I think this is definitely a long-term project. We need to kind of wait out and see what they're doing, get the Bank of England license as well. Hopefully they'll get that as well. Donny Don Matthew, Digibyte could be the sleeping giant, especially when there is a shakeout in the market with many altcoins disappearing in the coming 24 months. There is going to be a shakeout in the altcoin market as well. A lot of projects have just taken the money and not really done anything just now. We're starting to see that, which is not good for the investors, but we need to see how it's going. Paddington Bear, how's the 3 to 6 strategy going? Anyone nearly at $1 million yet? No, definitely not. In this market, definitely not happening just now with the 3 to 6 strategy. And he's talking about kind of the premium kind of channel we've got. We're talking about a 3 to 6 strategy. It's going from 3 zeros to 6 zeros with as little as kind of 72 trades. I'm trying to get 10% on each trade. Mervyn Skidmore, Paddington Bear, not sure, but go long on marmalade sandwiches, Mrs. Brown slippers. I love that. Jane, Stephen, could you stay on for another hour, please? Love this crypto talk. I wish I could. I wish I could. I've got the other business, other side of the business to do as well. Kind of the Facebook side as well, where I kind of teach business owners how to grow the Facebook page and make money on Facebook. That's the other side of the business as well. And for a Deb and the kind of admin team as well, I've started a kind of regime. I started a regime this morning. A regime. It's just an exercise routine, and it's a high intensity interval training for 20 minutes in the morning. And I started it last night. This is for a Deb, because a Deb is like Vin Diesel. He looks kind of really buff, and kind of everybody else in the kind of admin team, all the guys in the admin team, look really buff apart from me. So I thought, I need to catch up, I need to do something. So I started it last night, nearly bloody killed me, man. I'd done 5 minutes of the 20 minutes, and I was knackered after it, after 5 minutes, but I kept on going. So I've done it this morning again for 20 minutes. It was a tiny wee bit easier, but I'm going to try and do that for 40 days and do that every morning, 20 minutes. So I'll link the video if you want as well. Alex Jug, HIIT is a killer, but excellent for fat burning. It is good. And Deb was saying on the channel, because he's a kind of fitness freak as well. Not a freak, he's just into fitness. That if you do it in the morning, apparently you burn 300% more fat than you would if you were doing the same thing in the afternoon and in the evenings. So I'm going to do it in the morning. I've done it at 6 o'clock this morning, and I was freaking knackered. So for 20 minutes, it kills you. It kills you, but you've got so much energy after it as well. So it could be a really good thing as well. Honest Crypto Junior, really appreciate your streams, mate. Keep up the good work. Thanks very much for that. Really appreciate it. Just had a super high intensity training. Mervyn Skidmore, excellent. Mervyn Skidmore lost about £2. Yes, link please. I'll show you just now. It looks dead easy. It looks, honestly, for anybody interested, I know we're not talking crypto now, but for anybody interested, it looks really easy. But it is not. It's not easy, believe me. So where is it? I'll just see if I can get the right one. There it is. Brutal HIIT, high intensity interval training workout. So I'll put the link down below as well for you. But it's a killer, an absolute killer. And Gamut, thanks for all you do, Steve. We all appreciate your passion and commitment to doing that each day. Big props, mate. We're all early adopters and we'll reap the benefits if we keep on being patient. This is what it's about now. We're going to see the markets dropping. We're going to see the markets going up a wee bit, then dropping, up a wee bit, then dropping. It's been doing that for the last 6 months or so. Pain in the arse. And it makes you kind of want to leave crypto altogether and just kind of store your money in BTC or store your money elsewhere. Don't do it. Crypto is going to happen. Crypto is going to work. Crypto is working. It's going to be massively adopted in 2019, 2020. Everybody's going to have kind of some form of kind of cryptocurrency. So it's just waiting on that. We still are the early adopters. We're still at the very early stages. We're still at the stage where Apple was $1. It's like that. If you invested $1, what would you be like now? This is the stage we're at the moment. And I really believe that. Obviously, the altcoins, some of them are going to disappear, but that's fine as long as we're safe and we know kind of doing our own research as well and really looking at the use case scenario, looking at the teams, looking at what they're doing. Then we're going to be, it's going to work for us. It is really going to work. I've lost 1 stone since January, trying to thin up for the wedding in 4 weeks, but man, it's tough. Food is just too tasty. Same here. You know, a big downfall is bread and pasta. Big downfall. Bread, pasta and coffee, because I've cut down from 2 sugars in coffee to 1 sugar. So it's working. It's working because I sit in my arse for about 14 hours a day. As apart from taking the dog for a walk, that's my only exercise really, and going to the gym every now and again, but it's not on a regular basis. So I thought I'd try this high intensity interval training as well. But man, it kills you. But it totally kills you. But it's cool. Okay, I'm going to leave it there just now. Hopefully we'll just have one last look at the markets with BTC, what they're doing just now. Holding. It's holding, fingers crossed it's going to hold about the 6,380 level and bounce back up from here, but we need a hard bounce from here for anything to happen. A bit of a bounce, kind of went down to 6,364, bit of a bounce there, kind of went back up to 6,413, but we needed to bounce harder from here, otherwise it's going down to 6,200. And we need to wait and see what happens from there. But it's holding at the moment, fingers crossed at the moment. Just one quick look at XRP to see how far that's gone down. $6,990 is holding around about the 7,000 Satoshi level. So we need to wait and see. Okay, I'll leave it there just now. Thank you very much for joining me. Really appreciate your kind of time, because I know you could be doing something else, but really appreciate your time. So a big kudos to you, and I really can appreciate your support as well. And obviously if you want to join a premium channel, we've not got daily calls every single day. We do daily calls when the market's stable and it's rising. At the moment it's kind of going down just now, but there's still going to be some gems on Binance that we look at as well, like OST. If we find them, obviously we'll post that as well. So until next time, have a brilliant day. Until then, namaste. Take care. Bye now.